Hi guys, it's Opheana and Sikaal here today, and today we want to talk to you guys about the solstice energies and a general update from our side. We are cosmic shamans and teachers of universal consciousness.
So exciting podcast with us today. We feel like we're on the radio. We are doing an audio podcast for you today because we're in the middle of working with our new studio and creation process for our online school. So we thought it would be nice and relaxing for us and something different to do. So the solstice energies, we were guided to share because it's a really special time. The northern hemisphere of the world is going through more sunshine, more fire, more of that open out expression of energy, and the southern hemisphere where we are actually with the winter energies, the nurturing, the creating within, the intuition, the really feeling into the inner energies. And so wherever you are in the world, we wanted to bring through some guidance in relation to lining up with that, really aligning yourself, your center, with what it means. What does solstice mean with nature, with your nature, with the nature of Mother Earth, and how to line up with her, how to line up with it within yourself, the divine feminine, divine masculine of the now, of the seasons of change. Because sometimes life gets so busy that you can sort of just pass over these times or just give it a quick thought. However, it's a beautiful opportunity to either create a ritual or just spend some very conscious time in presence, some contemplation time, meditation time, writing time, whatever works for you, to contemplate, well, what does this mean for me? Am I lining up with how my body feels? Do I need to express myself more? Do I need to be more physical? Do I need more rest? Do I need more nurturing? Do I need to cleanse my space more? Do I need to change my wardrobe a little bit because I've been feeling it, but I haven't been bothered because it seems silly? However, all of these things are little guidance tools to really assist in coming into balance with the internal external worlds, just like the tides, like the tides that we see when the moon changes. We don't have to be ruled by these things, but to line up with the energy of nature is very important so that you feel the guidance moving through you, not against you. For instance, going with the wind as it blows into your sails, moving your sails so that it's just right, so that you're moving forward at just the right pace for yourself, so that you're not fighting the wind, so that you're not struggling to go in a direction against the wind, that type of thing.
It's very interesting when you come from an older way of doing things, the way that many of us have learned, which is more a 3D, let's call it third density creation model, where you kind of push through to just get things done. Why? Because it's kind of heavily programmed into the field that no matter where you're at, if you're in school or you're building a business or you work or you're with the kids and there's a lot of duties that need to be done, you're always in a creation model as a base model where you kind of just have to get things done. But the more you raise in your consciousness, the more you align with a creation cycle which is more connected to the higher frequencies. And a lot of that is working with that ebb and that flow of creation. And as you guys know, we've been in our deeper creation cycle for quite a few months now, and it's very interesting to notice how creation cycles actually work. And one of the things that we discovered for us, and that may be different for you, or you might find some similarities there, is our spirit and our teams move us into the deeper flows of creation in the months where it's colder. So for instance, for us, when we move towards winter, we actually go deeper within ourselves to find and learn about what needs to be created. And then as we come out of that on the other side through spring and the days get longer here in the southern hemisphere, we often birth our creation. So often around that blossoming time of, for instance, as an example, August, September, October, those type of months are often the birthing months of new things. And so you might notice that for yourself as well. And if you're in the northern hemisphere, you might actually find that you're in a really abundant stage of your creation, because everything is wide open for you. You're perhaps harvesting, and so you're on the other side of that. And it'd be very interesting to learn, the more you align with your spirit and your support team's guidance, how your creation cycles change. As an example that comes to mind, when I worked in more 3D business life, everything worked with timelines and timeline models. For instance, when does a project need to be launched, or when does a project need to be done? And then everything worked backwards from there. And so it was much more of a mental mind, third density concept of creation. But the more you raise in consciousness, the more you work with the natural flow of things, just like nature does. You can't force nature to work in a different cycle unless you, of course, control the circumstances. But then again, it becomes more of a mental 3D model. So by coming more in alignment with your spirit's guidance and your spirit's creation flow, you can learn a lot about yourself. And you also learn to be patient when you need to be patient, and rev it up when the energies are really exciting and moving you forward in a more faster pace.
Beautiful. So what we've really noticed again, as some of you may know, we're creating our online school currently, and much like the building of a house, it's taking longer than we expected. It has different corners and shifts and turns, and it has actually become quite a galactic project. So we are flowing synchronistically with that, and we have been getting so many beautiful surprises along the way, so much connection to groups, off-world, non-terrestrial groups, our own soul extensions coming in on the project from other realms, other times, etc. It's huge. It's really been quite a massive inflow of energies and connections, and again, we feel like we're coming home more and more as we meet more and more of ourselves from this logos, this galaxy. So it's a very, very exciting time for us in our creation process. It feels like it felt like it was going to be a normal pregnancy where we conceived the idea and the energies came through and we knew the steps, and they're very clear steps. However, it wasn't a normal pregnancy. It's a different, very synchronistic pregnancy with inflows from many, many, many different energies from the universe. And so we're really flowing with that, and we're really loving watching how creation, from a very high frequency state, it's the energetics of it is so much more than the physical manifestations that we do with our hands, with our voice, with our vessels here on earth. And so, as Sikaal said, there has been patience needed from our personality states. There has been realignments needed, recalibrations needed, non-stop, constant presence with who's speaking to us now, new soul extensions coming in and communicating and needing different forms of reconnections. A lot of grids are being created, etc., etc. So this little studio we thought we were building has become this galactic universal connection birthing, and so it's been a very exciting time. And again, we are constantly aligning to a new way of creating, and it's beautiful to really discover creation has no time, and the baby will come when the baby is good and ready. So we wanted to share this with you because it really suits this solstice time of aligning with nature, not trying to force upon nature our ideas, not force a project forward, but to allow it to grow, to allow the cells to expand themselves, to allow the energy to flow, to dance the dance of creation rather than force how we would like it to be or how others would like it to be, etc., etc. And so it's a very it's a beautiful time for all on earth to realign to, okay, well, where is my innate, deep, innate guidance flowing me right now? I feel this pull from the physical. However, there's this intense guidance coming through that this is truly what I need. This is what I'm being guided to do. But it does not make sense to the mind, and it's going to either take longer or it's different or you've prepared something else. And so it's really about trusting, letting go once again, and having faith in that deeper inner voice, that deeper state within, your higher self, your presence speaking to you, saying you are taken care of. And this is where your alignment is, where you feel that truth, where you feel that yes, where you feel that energy, and it just starts pouring through.
The team is also mentioning that for many of you, you will either be in the middle of missions that have activated or at the early stages of that or further into that. And the realization that, as we often say at the end of our meditations as well, it's time to be the puzzle piece you came here to be. And the realization that what you are creating is much bigger than this earthly realm as well. You are part of a very large team, and you are part of your own team, and then beyond that you are part of larger group consciousness projects. So the more you learn about that and allow that to move through, the more you clearly understand that what you are here to do is very vital, because if your puzzle piece is missed, then there'll be other ways to work with that, but it is specifically your frequency that you are going to bring into this project. So what you thought was a really little project is actually all the way connected, through your role on Earth, and then the solar system, and then the galaxy and beyond. And you're working with a lot of your soul extensions as well, other parts of your presence. So the realization of that is very exciting, and then you can come to understand that you are here in service to all, but you're doing that by being yourself, your unique core energetic signature, and that's very exciting. And it means more and more growth for you, more letting go, more becoming who you are, more peeling back who you are not and who you think you were because you've been programmed that way. So more and more of that, allow that. And especially, these moments like winter and summer solstice energies are key portal moments where the energy aligns for you to come into these realizations, like the shifting of a year from one year to the next. These seasonal changes are very important in that creation cycle as well, and coming to realize that you are a lot bigger, and what you come here to bring and manifest is a lot bigger than perhaps your lower mind has thought.
Beautiful. So as an opportunity right now, you can either pause the video or just take a moment to breathe, do your pillar, and feel into your center and ask, are you in alignment with your divine flow, with the divine flow of your nature, which is in direct contact and a reflection of Mother Earth's divine nature? So just taking some breaths and really connecting in. Am I in alignment? Am I being pulled? Am I satisfied right now with the way that I do, the way that I be, the way that I create? Am I following guidance? Or am I running away from it because there are so many responsibilities? So if you choose to, the team suggests you could ask for support and make a commitment that this is what you want, and to remind your personality you are deeply supported in that, because it will mean changes. It will mean changes to your decisions on how you spend your time, who you spend your time with, how you make your money, possibly how much money you make, where you live, etc., etc., or just absolute basics, where you spend time in your mind, where you spend time at your computer creating, or what type of things you take into your body. All of these things, what you wear, everything around you externally as a reflection. Are you lining up? Are you lining up? And again, Spirit says it doesn't have to be perfect. This is very important in the earthly realm as well, that third density, the third dimension, is a physical matter realm. And so to bring as much spirit into this realm for yourself as you can, until you get to a point where each and every day you are living in that state where you move with spirit, you talk from spirit, you make choices from spirit, etc. So beautiful. We love you guys. We look forward to seeing you eye to eye again shortly.
Next time.
Yeah, lots of love, many blessings in this beautiful, powerful solstice time. A lot of the yummy, huge sun energies coming your way in the northern hemisphere, and we're enjoying our fire here in Australia.
Beautiful.
Lots of love, guys.
Many blessings, guys. See you next time.